Hi, my name is Lisa Parziel, and today we're going to learn about reputation management. So sit back, relax, and learn how you can really harness the reputation of yourself or your clients. So what are we going to learn in this course? Well, we have a lot to learn. There's quite a lot going on these days. So first and foremost, we're going to learn what is online reputation. We're also going to get a reality check where you can figure out what your rep is now or what your client's rep is. I'm also going to teach you how to rank with reputation, what I like to call rep juice. How to go ahead and get yourself ranked better with your reputation and using your reputation to actually perform SEO for many, many things. We're also going to talk quite a bit about social reputation, what social means to your reputation and how you can use it again to rank and use it in SEO. And how to sell it. So if you are interested in selling reputation management, we're going to show you how easy it is. It's practically like selling crack. I mean puppies, selling puppies. And finally, we're going to talk about systemizing for ROI. In other words, automation and reporting. How to actually run a business and be able to make a really great profit by making sure your systems are in place. And then I have a bonus for you guys. At the end of the course, I am going to teach you our #1 get in the door method. And I think you're going to be pretty excited about that. And believe it or not, it's not using reputation. Folks get bombarded with information about reputation and SEO, so they're not always willing to talk to you. We have a tried and true method that we use that will allow you to get in the door with anyone. And we mean anyone. Doctors, dentists, lawyers, you name it, we get in the door with them. Okay, let's talk about what reputation management is. Let's talk about a definition. So I looked this up on Wikipedia and it essentially said, I'm going to read this to you. Reputation management is the influencing and or control of an individual's or business's reputation. However, originally a public relations term, because of the advancement of internet and social media use, along with reputation management companies like us, it has become primarily an issue of search results. And that's important for us to talk about today because your reputation really drives a large part of your SEO strategy. Okay, so let's get into the details of what actually is online reputation management. So first, let's start with who needs it. Who is this type of service targeted for? You may be sitting here taking this course because you need it for your business, and this will teach you everything you need to know about reputation management. But you may also be trying to learn this so you can actually sell this as a service. So let's talk about who does need it. So first and foremost, businesses need this. I don't care if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a carpet cleaner, whoever you are, you need to understand how reputation management impacts your business. And it's only going to get increasingly more important to make sure you manage your reputation. Politicians, public figures, musicians, all ring a bell. They too need reputation management. And now I'm not suggesting that you know Rihanna and you can run out and get her as a client. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to think about your reputation before you're famous. So if you have somebody, a client that is a musician or a political figure or a public figure that's not really famous today, and I'm going to give you an example in the course of one of our clients that started out not famous and then became famous, knowing a lot about the reputation in the beginning can really help you nail it for that client or for yourself if this is for you. Job applicants. This is one of my favorites. So you go out in the world and you try to get a job and all of a sudden your reputation comes back to bite you. One of the things I am missing on this list too is a fun one for me, criminals. So your criminal record is out there as well. So remember, everything about you, everything about your company, your business, your career, everything is now public record. So public relations is the term we used to use back in the day. It's now about reputation management. It's the same thing, public relations. Making sure folks see you the way you want them to see you and not by happenstance. So does your reputation matter? Well, let's look at a couple of case studies, and I think we'll drive it home pretty darn quick. So let's start with public figures. Let's start with Eminem, and I'm just going to show you guys a little bit about the difference between somebody who's managing their reputation and Chris Brown, somebody who's not. So when you think about Eminem, you think about a bad boy. You think about somebody who's in trouble all the time. You think about somebody who probably should have a very negative reputation. Now, we all know Chris Brown does have a bad reputation. So let's take a look, and I'm going to go over to our browser. And we're just going to go ahead, and I already got Eminem queued up for us. But let's take a look at when we come into Google and we type in Eminem. One of the first things that you're going to notice is, we have some things right up here in the news. So when we look at in the news, we see that there's, just some very decent press, nothing too bad. He's being referred to Elvis. That's not bad. He also has some information here. We see on the right, there's information about him. There's information you can go see, things about when he was born, songs that he's done. And then we come down here and we can see, okay, there's his website. There's him on Wikipedia. Here's him on Twitter. Here's him on Facebook. Here's Eminem on YouTube. Here's Eminem on the IMDb. Here's Eminem on Instagram. Really pay attention to that and notice what we're seeing. Wikipedia, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, IMDb, Instagram. These are all entities that Eminem controls, or his people do for him. And then we come down here and we do see just a few more things. What I don't see is anything negative about Eminem. On the first page, I don't see any bad press about him. I don't see any nasty stuff. So let's look conversely, and I'm just going to come in here and we're going to look up Chris Brown. And I decided to pick two folks that we both know are bad boys. So we'll go ahead and look at Chris Brown and see what we come up with. And the first thing you see over here is something that Chris Brown said something very negative about Bruce Jenner. We then see that he's having a fight with his new girlfriend. We come here and see he said something negative about Bruce Jenner again. Then we have the official Chris Brown site, which we would expect to see. The very next thing is TMZ. He's in an explosive fight with somebody. And then it's E! He's, confronting in a fight with somebody. We get a little bit of Twitter, which he controls. We get some Wikipedia. We get some Instagram. And then we get right back to the bad press, the Hollywood Life. Two articles with the Hollywood Life. A couple of articles about, wake-up calls and stuff about his bad stuff with Rihanna. Oh, and he got in trouble, on a plane or something like that. In other words, he doesn't have really the same type or level of reputation management that we saw with Eminem. Eminem's team really are controlling that press and trying to keep everything subdued, trying to keep everything to entities that they control. And that's the goal. That's the first goal. Okay, so let's look at the next example. This is a client of mine that when he first came to me, he wasn't very popular. He was just embarking on the history tour, and he was doing some things. He's here local to me. I live down the street from him. He knew I was in the business. He said, hey, do you think you could set up some Facebook, some Twitter, those kind of things? And I sat down and talked to him right away and said, look, you're going to be a public figure. We need to really control this from the onset. So I'm going to come out here and I'm just going to type in two ways to show you this particular person now. So I'll just type in the rib. All right, so I'm going to just come out here and I'm going to out there. And I can't seem to spell my name, but that's okay. They know who I am. So I'll go ahead and suggest it. And so the first thing you're going to see are a couple of pictures for me. So there's a couple pictures for me. And then I actually run a meetup group. So there's my meetup group. There's my LinkedIn profile. Here's my Facebook profile. Here's some information about me with that client, 3 Stacks Barbecue. Here's my Google Plus. Here's a YouTube video about speaking. Here is my Quora account. Here's my Pinterest account. And then here is my BNI. I actually belong to BNI, which is a networking group. So when you type in Lisa Parziel on page 1, the only person you see is me. So if you happen to be one of these other Lisa Parziels, you're not going to, be able to grab the front page from me very easily. And I will tell you, there's actually a congresswoman or a state representative or something like that in Connecticut or Massachusetts or somewhere up in that direction that has my name, and they actually, are on here. If I went to the second page, you could see that I pretty much dominate the second page as well, and even into the third page. Anything negative, if there is anything negative, I'm going to make sure that that information is not there. Why? When I go out and I meet with my prospective clients, when people want to hire me, they're going to look me up, they're going to look up my business, and I want them to see only what I control. And I want them to see the information that I give them. So using great SEO techniques, we can make sure that our presence out there is exactly how we want it. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is really business credibility. And this is the most important one, and I'll do it showing my company here. We own a large agency in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we come up at the top of the search engine. So when folks find us and call us and ask us to do their work, whether it be web design or logo design or SEO or rep marketing or print marketing, and we do all those things, they're going to do their homework. They're going to look at us. They're going to check us out before they hire us. Everybody seems to have been burned before. So now people are very cautious before they hire a company, and especially if it's for a large contract or a large amount of money. And this is what you're mainly probably learning reputation marketing for, to help companies like me or your clients. That is what we're here to learn, how to take a business and manage their reputation. So let's just go over here and take a look. I already have Portside Marketing out here, and let's take a look at what you see. So the very first thing we see, and this is very important, not only do we want to see a full profile, see our website listed up there, we want to make sure that in our reputation, we're filling it up with things like Google Maps, making sure they see our information right away. And then you'll notice all of the entities out here are things that we control. Here's our Facebook page. Here's our LinkedIn profile for me. Here's our LinkedIn profile for the company. Here's our 5-star profile on Yelp, our 5-star profile on Yahoo. If I happen to not have a 5-star profile on something, I'm going to make sure I don't get that to rank to the first page. Here's my YouTube. Here's one of my clients and something I did with them. Here's our Twitter. Here's our Google Plus. The idea is simple. Everything about the front page when you type in Portside Marketing comes up, not just for us, which technically it probably would anyway, but it's the stuff we want people to see, the stuff we're controlling. Reputation management is not just about a positive experience. It's about a controlled positive experience. You're controlling the experience that you want somebody to have when they go out there and look up one of the businesses that you're trying to rank. Okay, so in summary, this course is really going to give you everything you need to go out and perform reputation management. It's increasingly important now that you do actually understand what online reputation is. And proactivity really garners the best results. And what I mean by that is it's harder to take a client that has a bad reputation than it is to take a client, help them understand what a good reputation means. But either way, we can show you, and we're going to show you how to do both. And remember, discretion is key. We want to make sure for our clients, we're giving them all the information they need. So I will see you in the next module.